Let's look at a problem where the leading coefficient is not a 1. So if we have 6x squared plus 19x plus 10. If we think about this as an area problem, well, we have, remember that if I let a flat be side x and side x, then the area is x squared. This time we have 6 of them. And if we have a rod of size 1 by x, then the area is x. We have 19 of those. And then we have a little tile of size 1 by 1 with area 1, and we have 10 of those objects. The goal would be, can you arrange these items to form a rectangle? If it's factorable, you will always be able to do that. If we look at the rectangle we're going to form, we would rearrange in such a way that we group the 6x squared tiles together on top, and then to the right of that we have arranged 4 rods, and underneath on the bottom we have 15 rods. So we broke that 19 up into 15 and 4. And then we have the 10 little tiles on the bottom right hand corner. So if we develop a method for factoring something like this, the method to factoring ax squared plus bx plus c. The method that we're going to use is similar to the method that we used when we had a leading term was 1x squared. The first step is to multiply a times c. So in this example, the first step would be to take 6 times 10 is 60. Now the second step is, can you find the factors of that number that you just found that add together, that combine together to give the middle term? So we want to find the factors of this number, that product that we found, which combine to give the middle term b. So if we ask ourselves in the example we're working, what are the factors of 60 which combine to give 19? And again, the numbers have to do two things: multiply together to give 60, at the same time add together to give 19. And if we can find the pair of numbers that work, we will be able to factor the problem. If we cannot find a pair of numbers that work, then it would be prime. And then the third step is to rewrite expression replacing the middle term bx by those factors found in step 2. So we asked ourselves, what are the factors of 60 that add together to give 19? And 60 is 6 times 10. 60 is 3 times 20. 60 is 30 times 2. 60 is 12 times 5. And 60 is 15 times 4. And there's the combination that we needed. We needed to have 15 and 4 adding together to give 19, and 15 times 4 multiplying together to give 60. So we found our combination. And one way to write all possible combinations would be to look at the prime factors of that number 60. 60 can be written as 6 times 10, and 6 is 3 times 2, and 10 is 2 and the 5. And so we have all the combinations, 3, 2, 2, and 5. And now it's just a matter of figuring out the correct combination. Here, this is 4, and this is 15. And that was the set that we needed. We needed 15 and 4. Now we rewrite the expression 6x squared plus 19x plus 10 as 6x squared plus 15x plus 4x plus 10. And now the fourth step would be to factor by grouping. When we pair up the first two terms, what can you factor out of the first two terms? What's the greatest common factor between 6x squared and 15x? We can take out a 3 4x. And what's left over? 2x plus a 5. And grouping the second two terms, what's the greatest common factor between 4x and 10? We can take out a 2. And what's left over would be 2x plus 5. And now that binomial factor can come out. The 2x plus 5 can come out of there. And what would be left over would be the 3x plus 2. And so we have our solution, 2x plus 5 times 3x plus 2. And when we look at that rectangle, the width of the top side would be 3x plus 2. And the length along the left side is 2x plus 5. One final example, if we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. Well, we know we can take an approach like this as well. I know that trying to multiply two things together to make 2x squared plus 5x plus 3, well, the first terms in each set of parentheses has to multiply together to give you 2x squared. That means that one of them has to be a 2x, and the other one has to be an x. And now, what are the ways of making a 3? 3 is 3 times 1, or negative 1 times negative 3. And I know that the last terms in each set of parentheses has to multiply together to give the 3. So we could check by putting a 3 here and a 1 here, and now checking the outside terms and the inside terms. The outside terms is 2x, and the inside terms is 3x, and 2x and 3x add together to give 5x. And so I know I have the factoring that I needed, 2x plus 3 and x plus 1. So at that point, it's just a matter of checking to see which combination works out for you.